kindness and love to our marriage.
When there is sadness,
When there is sadness,
I will comfort you.
I will comfort you.
When there is happiness,
When there is happiness,
I will laugh with you.
I will laugh with you.
And I will try to make all your dreams come true.
And I will try to make all your dreams come true.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have our final reading this afternoon, and Celine is very kindly offered to do this.
So, when I was first asked to make a speech today, I was very honoured. In fact, I told quite a few of my friends about it because I was very proud to have been asked. But one of the things that surprised me was the number of people who replied by saying, I'm a bit young to be getting married. And my response to this was always the same. If you knew Amy and Lewis, if you'd met them, and if you'd spent any time around them as a couple, then you'd know in your gut just how right they are for each other. They're an amazing couple, and I'm not just saying that because I'm stood up in front of all of their friends and family. I'm saying it because I really, really, truly mean it. Amy and Lewis have a relationship founded on mutual respect, trust, a strong friendship, a wicked sense of humour, and above all, comic books. And to be honest with you, apart from the comic books, their relationship has provided me with an example of the type of relationship that I'd like to have with someday with somebody. Finding someone who would part with me is a whole different issue, but you know, fingers crossed. I know that in a wedding speech you're supposed to bring up embarrassing stories, and to be honest, I was expecting to make this speech during the reception, so forgive me, Amy. Embarrassing stories like the time in our first year at university, when for Nadia's birthday, Amy decided it would be a brilliant idea to hire a male stripper. Now, despite the fact that Amy is an exceptionally intelligent woman, this wasn't exactly one of her best ideas. I'm aware that there are children present, so without going into too much detail, let's just say that the gentleman who turned up at the door was not quite as attractive as the one in the advert. But to be honest with you, one of my most cherished memories of Amy was when 11 of us all lived together in our second year. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that if you throw together 11 people all in their late teens and early 20s, you're pretty much guaranteed to have a few arguments, and believe me, there were more than a few. I won't bore you with the backstory, but one moment in particular I'm not very proud of was when I was standing in the kitchen shouting at someone at the top of my voice and spewing out every swear word under the sun. It was one of the few times in my life where I completely lost my temper. And I feel this hand on my shoulder, and my first instinct is to spin round and carry on shouting at whoever's just put a hand on me, but I turn around and I see it's Amy, and suddenly I don't feel like shouting at anyone anymore. And she looks me straight in the eye and she says, Khalil, leave it, we can sort it out later, but it's better for now that you just leave it. And when she said that, a lot of the anger disappeared and I calmed down and I left the room. And that memory is really important to me because that's what Amy does. She brings out the best in people. She's always supported people when they're at their absolute worst. And just when you're feeling at your most miserable, she'll find a way to cheer you up because she's got such a wicked sense of humour. And that's how I know she's going to make such an incredible teacher, wife and mother. Thank you.
It's now my very great pleasure to tell you your husband and wife.